With that, let's get on up to Jacksonville. Standing by for the call, it's our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Foles. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Foles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And his task in this situation, is making sure this team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
They go play action here on first down. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Come on.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 68 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Now Wilson. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Now Foles. And a catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Lambo is good, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
This one fielded at the 5. Still on his feet. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow, they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now Leonard Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.